from Alexis Mattel. Otten throws it down! What a play by Amanda Otten! Qureshi is rejected by Alexis Mattel. Blocked by Andrews and Maswapchik. Hovey into the crowd! Set goes to BG! And the Falcons, the Cardiac Birds have done it! Bowling Green takes it in 3 sets. Bring out the brooms, because that's a sweep for the Falcons. Here today. Regan Boyer serves. LaPinta bump sets it to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler top spins it over. Western gathers. Kill from Western again. Free ball on the overpass from the Falcons. Case back. Across on the slide. Mattil throws it back behind her back, but Western keeps it up. Now to Julia Marr. Julia Marr received by Sydney Hernandez, keeping the play going. Otten way across to Mia Tyler. Off the block. Saved by Western. Bump set across to Julia Marr. Marr off the block. Into the net and down. Falcons tie it up 3-3.
Relentless there by the Falcons. Sydney Hernandez got a couple very clutch digs there and just managing to keep the play alive. Great hustle there by Tyler and Hovey.
It was a sore point for BG yesterday that they extended rallies and just weren't able to come away with points. That was really nice to see that they extended a rally there and came away with a point. And now they send it right back off of Avery Anders' first service error. You know, the aggression on serves, I love, Chaz. I love the aggression on serves. But at what point do you just try and limit the amount of errors that you're committing?
I mean, that's one of the big talking points about Anders. She's meant to be one of those big serve specialists and just got a little too low there on the serve, hitting the net.
Alana Erickson gazing across at the white jersey, seeing who she's going to target with the service. Back row of Avery Anders, Lindsay LaPinta, and Jordan Newblatt, so not a good option to target. Quite strong digging back row for the Falcons. Lindsay LaPinta and Jordan Newblatt. LaPinta the leader in digs for the Falcons. Newblatt ranked 5th, but as an outside hitter, not too shabby for her. Avery Anders has got a lot of playing time recently. Not a lot of reception errors for her. So now Erickson gets the green light to take her service. She targets Newblatt. Newblatt to Anders. Anders bumps that across to Newblatt from downtown. Spins it over. Somebody hit the net, and it was a Falcon. 5 for Western, 3 for Bowling Green.
And this is going to be a point for Bowling Green. In the first 2 sets yesterday, Western Michigan got the lead, and they did not relinquish it. You got to shrink this lead here.
Perfect dig from LaPinta. Back set from Otten to Hovey. Hovey can't get enough on it, so Case gets the set. This one is to Brusick. Brusick just leaves it over. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey off of Alana Erickson and out of play.
Hovey picking up where she left off yesterday. That was just a lethal cross shot that had no business being dug up there by Erickson.
It matters that they get Lauren Hovey moving, but getting Lauren Hovey moving early is really huge with the impact that she has just on the defense as well. That serve is mishandled by Western. They leave essentially a free play for the Falcons. Matilda Otten. Otten back set to Lauren Hovey off the block. And a great play from Kayana Salesman to get her first point.
Kayana Salesman was a game record yesterday. She was the other Bronco that was in double-digit kills. She also had 3 blocks, so not shabby from her.
Brusick dug by Anders. Anders overpasses Amanda Otten, and it falls down 7-4, brown and gold.
Good diving attempt there by Anders. She did manage to dig it up, but just a little bit past Otten, who was the closest Falcon.
Mary Claire Brusick sends it off of Anders, but that one was going long. So I don't know why she played that one. Western doubles up Bowling Green's point total, and we will head to our first timeout from Daniela Tomic. 8 for Western, 4 for the Falcons, WBGU 88.1 FM.
There's so much more WBGU content available online through our social media profiles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to our feeds to get the most up-to-date information about the program schedule, show hosts, and upcoming promotional events. Return to Radio Freedom with WBGU on 88.1 FM and online social media profiles.
To get your music played on Northwest Ohio's community radio station, submit your materials via snail mail or through Facebook. Additional opportunities include on-air interviews, live performances, and more. Promote your band and your music on Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Submit your materials now and start engaging with a larger audience. Return to Radio Freedom with local music on 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green.
Similar situations early in this first set between the Falcons and the Broncos that we saw yesterday. As you may know by now, the outcome was quite favorable to the Falcons. 5-set victory for them, coming back in the last 3 after dropping the first 2 to Western Michigan. I'm Ben Korak with Chaz McNeil from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For BGSU Sports News and Updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. If you want to listen to the BG football game against Akron, tune into Falcon Radio. But stay right here for the Lauren Hovey kill. Her second of the game on 5 total attempts. So getting Hovey going is going to be huge, Jess.
100%. That was just a great cross shot from her as she steps up to the service line after she broke career high in service aces.
Lana Erickson receives. Logan Case with the bump set a little bit deep to Salesman. Salesman can't sell it to the floor. Otten to Newblatt. Newblatt to Erickson. Erickson receives easily. Now Case back to Salesman. Salesman nice and easy to LaPinta. Otten to Newblatt again, perfectly placed. Jordan Newblatt keeps it on the line, and BG limits the deficit to 2.
And Newblatt was one of those faces that was brought in by the Falcons to be an immediate impact player. She didn't get any time yesterday for Bowling Green. They tried something new here. It's working so far.
Hovey again. Case keeps it up, avoids the 116th ace of Lauren Hovey's career. Otten across to Newblatt. Newblatt again just dinks it over. Now Andrews sets it up. Otten with the second. Back to Jordan Newblatt. Newblatt can't land it. Case over to Salesman. Salesman to LaPinta. To Otten. Otten, 4-set to Newblatt. Off the block and down. 2 in a row for Jordan Newblatt.
A big key for the Orange and Brown has been to get more than one offensive weapon going at the same time. It was Hovey and Tyler yesterday. Today it's looking like it's going to be Hovey and Newblatt.
Hovey again. Is there an ace this one? No, there's not. Salesman keeps it up, but Erickson just dumps it over. Anders to Otten on the free play. Otten throws it through! Into the net, flirting with that one, but she got it down at the end of the day.
Otten was almost shocked that the call didn't go against her there. She put her hands to her mouth almost in shock, but Falcons get a tie up here. 4 straight points for the Orange and Brown.
8-8, Hovey serving Western Michigan again. Targets Erickson. Misreceived again, but good enough to get the Salesman and a double hit from Amanda Otten. 9 for Western, 8 for BG. Logan Case back to serve, one of the, if not the best player on the court yesterday. Western didn't come away with the win, but on nearly every play, she put the ball perfectly for her pin hitters. Jordan Newblatt misreceives, sends it into the bench. So double digits for Western Michigan, still 8 for the Falcons.
They've been targeting you here early in this game,
I
Ben.
know. They did yesterday too, Chaz.
Second straight ball to come towards the media bench.
Just know I'll make that play. Anders to Otten. Otten, 4-set to Newblatt. Newblatt rips it through. Alana Erickson misreceives again. Colleen Munson looks frustrated with Alana Erickson, and I completely understand it.
Newblatt's going to get that point, but she will get checked out for Mia Tyler. So another offensive stud comes into the game, 4-1.
Hernandez for a serve. See if she targets Alana Erickson. She does not. Logan Case can't hold on to it. Neither can Mia Tyler or Sydney Hernandez, and it falls on the orange and brown side of the court.
That play started promisingly for the Orange and Brown. That was a serve that taped the net, but good job by Western Michigan just to get it over.
Western up 11-9. Strike from Piercefield is over. Otten force set to Mia Tyler. Miscommunication. It goes over her head. Point will easily fall to Western without them even touching the ball.
And that was just a quick mistake there by Mia Tyler. No harm, no foul. Falcon smiling that one off. They know that's one Tyler will normally go after.
Tyler has yet to record a kill, which has been an area that she has been quite strong in the last few games. She had 45 against Ball State and 2 games against Ball State and 1 against Toledo over the weekend. She added 19 yesterday. My math isn't that quick, Chaz, so I can't do it over the last 4 games, but I mean, Mia Tyler turned it on, and all of a sudden the Falcons are 4-0. Julia Marr off the block. LaPinta to Otten. Otten overset, but throws it down. And 12-10 is the score.
Second time already in this game that Otten has done that little dunk move. She tried it a couple more times against Western yesterday and was almost doing a little bit too much. So you'd like her to keep it simple, but that's some solid points.
Case forward to Julia Marr, and she's rejected by the Falcons.
Combination block there by Mattil and Otten. We're calling Amanda Otten's name a lot so far today.
Such an impressive player, unique versatility, size, power, misread by Western. BG can capitalize on it here, big play. Alexis Mattil shoots the cross, received by Western. Hovey, Otten to Tyler. Tyler gets it through. BG takes a lead 13-12 after being down 3 at one juncture.
And there's the first kill of the game for Mia Tyler, something you were asking for, Ben. There it was, and that was a great cross-body shot that just hit the close side and bounced. Nobody was able to get to that one.
LaPinta flirting with that line with the foot, but stays behind it. Case to Patchett. Patchett we saw a little bit yesterday when they needed a change of blood. Now Alexis Mattil is rejected. Case off the block and out of play. Case with another perfect set. A quick over the middle to Amanda Glanton. 13-13. Adeline Simpkins. Otten to Mia Tyler. Oh my. What a rip cross court from Mia Tyler. Simpkins couldn't get down fast enough.
You got to be really excited with what the Orange and Brown are doing offensively right now. 348 attack percentage, 10 kills, and already 2 blocks as well. This team is firing at all cylinders.
Otten to Simpkins. Simpkins receives. Case has to set it way across, but perfect. Patchett knocks it through, prompts the overset. Now Case again. Back to Patchett. Patchett off the block. Can they keep it up? No, they can't. Mia Tyler with an athletic play just to get down, but not good enough.
That was a very good athletic move there by Tyler to get down and dig that one, practically peeling it off the hardwood, but just unable to get it all the way up.
Regan Boyer to Hernandez. Hernandez and a bump set to Amanda Otten. Otten just gets it over. Logan Case on the cross. LaPinta receives. Now settling it down is Mattil. Mattil throws it over. Case just dumps it into the donut, but Hernandez is there. Otten to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler off the block. Patchett keeps it up. Case back to Patchett. Patchett with the rip. Off the block. Hernandez over. Otten keeps it up. What a rally from both teams. And Mia Tyler ends it into the net.
Lindsay LaPinta is just so good. Her reliability in the backcourt is something that cannot be overstated.
She just extends plays so well. Just saving errors made by either the Falcons or just good playmaking by Western. Bump set from Simpkins. Did it go off the block? No, it didn't. It was just out of play. So BG takes the 15th, ties it back up.
That attack error was Annalise Patchett, who was brought into the game late in the 4th set, I believe, by Western Michigan. And she acted as some juice. She came in for Julia Marr, but she ended up falling a little bit flat in that matchup, got pulled pretty early in the 5th set.
Case, across the middle, LaPinta misreceives. Can Anders save it? Yes, she can. Did Otten get it over? What a play by the Falcons. Logan Case across, and it's inevitably a 0 for BG. But a fantastic play by Avery Anders, diving almost into the stands.
You might not be happy with the score right now, but you have to be overjoyed with the effort. The dig out there by LaPinta, and then the diving save by Avery Anders.
I mean, she was almost in the locker room, Ches.
Especially with Otten trailing her as well. That was great teamwork by all three.
LaPinta to Otten. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey off the block and into the ground. 16-16, tight match. We saw this in the first 2 sets that BG dropped yesterday. You know, we didn't mention it in the pregame. We didn't really mention it a whole lot yesterday. BG just, from top to bottom, outplayed Western Michigan. They were tight through the first 2 sets that BG didn't win, and then they really blew out Western in the last 3. Jordan Newblatt, salesman, keeps it up. Case with the set, as she does. Tries to tip it over, but an attack error from the middle blocker, Mary Claire Brusick. And BG will take a 17-16 lead.
I want to touch on that a little bit more, Ben, because you're right. It was a very hotly contested first 2 sets, but once Bowling Green got in the driver's seat towards the middle of the 3rd set, you could tell that the Falcons had just ripped momentum out of the hearts of Western, and they just ran with it.
Lana Erickson receives. Mers with the first attack for her, but it's received easily by Alexis Mattil. Now a free play for Western. It'll go back to Mers, cross court. Is it wide? No, it's in. Madison Mers gets her first kill.
Bit of a communication error there between Jordan Newblatt and Amanda Otten. They opted to just send it over. Otten didn't know if she was going to let Newblatt take that one. She just bumped it over.
17-all, Madison Mers with the serve. Otten, back set to Lauren Hovey, off the block and into her face. 18 for the Broncos, 17 for the Falcons. Getting late in this first set between these 2 top volleyball teams in the Mid-American Conference. LaPinta, perfect. Otten, even more to Jessica Andrews. Perfection from Bowling Green, and they tie it up at 18.
That play was just smooth like butter. You get the setup by Otten, the kill by Andrews. Just great work so far by the Falcons.
3 phenomenal touches. It really doesn't get better than what we just saw. Now Hovey over under a quiet crowd. Case across the count. A salesman blocked by the Falcons. Amanda Otten and Jessica Andrews, the supreme blocking duo. Three blocks already in this game for the Falcons. That was their total after 2 sets yesterday. Ended the day with 15. Missed reception by Adeline Simpkins. 20 for BG, 18 for Western, and a timeout will be taken by the Broncos. 20-18, BG over Western Michigan in the first set of the second game of this series on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
Hi, my name is Kate Eigner. I'm number 17 on the women's volleyball team, and my Falcon 4 bucket list places are probably anywhere in British Columbia, Canada, Vail, Colorado in the wintertime, Portofino, and Stockholm, Sweden.
BG climbs all the way back into the game, 20 for them, 18 for Western Michigan. Beautiful Saturday, beautiful volleyball game. We got some football game going on at Falcon Radio as well, so you can also tune in to Falcon Radio if you want to hear the recaps of BG Volleyball, BG Football, BG Hockey, any BGSU sports. Go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. definitely go read about yesterday's game between the Falcons and Western. Quite exciting for the Falcons. Logan Case across to Kayana Salesman. Just knocks it over. Free play for the Falcons. On to Andrews! When they're moving, Chaz. Otten and Andrews. What a duo.
It's been lethal for Otten and Andrews in the past couple of points for Bowling Green. You just love to see that everybody's getting involved so far for the Orange and Brown. 3 kills for Andrews, 3 for Newblatt, 3 for Hovey, 2 for Tyler, and 2 for Otten.
Service error to Lauren Hovey as she sends it into the top of the tape. But a good run from the Falcons to climb back in. They were down by 1 4 points ago. Or I'm sorry, they would have been down by 2 4 points ago. Now are leading 21-19. Logan Case, the 5th-year setter. The best setter probably in the MAC. One of the best in the nation and one of the best in the history of Western Michigan volleyball. As this is a kill from the Falcons, will extend the lead to 3. Jordan Newblatt achieves her 4th of the day. You know, she didn't play a whole lot yesterday. She only played 2 sets out of the 5 that the Falcons had.
She didn't see much time in those sets either. They were really just a couple back and forth volleys, and then she was out. So it's good to see her have an increased role here today.
In fairness to her, Lauren Hovey and Mia Tyler were cooking, and so is Amanda Otten as she dunks another one over. 3 kills for Amanda Otten. And it looks like another timeout will be taken by Western Michigan only a few points later. We'll stick with you through this one. You know, one of the things that we saw at the end of the game yesterday, especially in those last 3 sets, was just attack efficiency from the Falcons. They're at 314 right now, only 4 errors to Western's 5, and they have 7 more kills. I mean, you just got to be efficient, Chaz, and that's kind of what we've seen out of the Falcons these last couple sets.
Especially, you're 100% right about that, and especially you touched on it. Just they're getting clean touches. They really are. You're getting clean touches off of digs from Lindsay LaPenta. You're getting good sets by Amanda Otten, and the just lethality. I don't even know if that's a word, but it works.
Sounds like it's a word now, Chaz.
It's a word because of Lauren Hovey, Jordan Newblatt, Mia Tyler. They are all getting involved. It's so refreshing to see, especially after Bowling Green. Even though they outplayed Western yesterday, they had a couple early game flows.
MAC Championship rematch, BG and Western Michigan. BG has taken the better of Western Michigan yesterday in 3 straight sets in a reverse sweep. Seeks to stay undefeated. They're the only undefeated team in the MAC, 4-0 for them. After Central Michigan lost to Ball State yesterday in a 5-set match. Toledo also lost to Ohio yesterday in a 5-set match, another Falcon opponent so far this year. EMU beat Miami in straight sets, Buffalo over Kent State in straight sets, and Akron over NIU in 5. That was yesterday's scores. We'll update you with today's, but Kayana Salesman gets her, what is that, her 2nd kill of the game?
That one will go as Salesman's 2nd kill of the game. That was a good call by you. She's got 9 total attempts.
A lot of attempts for her, not a lot of landing.
But she's leading the team with kills.
She is.
Western only have 9 kills so far in this match.
Leader for Western only has 2. To Bowling Green's multiple players in the 3s and 4s. Now Mia Tyler with the kill cross. 2 players diving perfectly placed again. That was disgusting.
What a setup there by Otten, and then Tyler just weaving that one around. This is unreal by Bowling Green so far.
Set point BG, 24-20, a lot of breathing room for them. LaPenta can put it away right here. Received by Western, Logan Case, set over the middle. Hovey oversets, Alana Erickson knocks it over. Now Otten, back to Mia Tyler, Tyler finds the floor. BG takes their 4th straight set in the MAC, 25-20.
Simpkins tried to take that one out, but Tyler dented the brand new Moen John Stansbury court there. What a shot.
BG leads 1-0. We'll bring you the 2nd between the Falcons and the Western Michigan Broncos on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Dad, guess what?
What?
You are going to be a grandfather.
That's great. Not too long ago, moments like this with my daughter would have been a challenge. It was a long road for me to find myself again after Vietnam. It was my neighbor Jim, another Vietnam veteran, who finally convinced me that I could still connect with my family and find that fulfilling life I'd lost. And I went for help down at the VA. If I can take that first step after almost 50 years, I know other veterans can too. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Hi, I'm Anna Sidek. I'm a freshman setter from BGSU volleyball team, and that's my 4 self-care habits. So the first one is drinking a coffee because it helps me to be just energized like during the day. Second thing would be reading a book. I'm a such bookworm and I just love it. Other one would be listening to music because like music keeps me calm and I just love it. And the last thing, but not the least, it would be like stretching with Santi, our athletic trainer, because he keeps my body safe and everything. So I'm really grateful for.
When someone hears the words, "You have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. We form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The discoveries made by LLS-supported research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthenight.org.
Hi, I'm Avery Anders, number 3 on the women's volleyball team. My Falcon 4 of my favorite songs I'm listening to right now is 20 Something by SZA, Afraid to Feel, Swag Surfin', and Maneater.
Falcon Volleyball continues their hot streak. They lead 1-0 against Western Michigan and a MAC championship rematch early in the MAC regular season in the Mid-American Conference. I'm Ben Korak with Chaz McNeil from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Chaz, outstanding first set for the Falcons. What did they do well?
I mean, I think the better question to ask is what didn't they do well? The Falcons have just been outperforming Western in every single step of this game so far. 351 hitting percentage compared to Western's 100 essentially. There are 2 leaders in kills so far with Mia Tyler and Jordan Nublat each with 4, but they're spreading the ball very well. Jessica Andrews has kills as a middle blocker. That's pretty impressive. You have Amanda Otten with those sneaky second touch dump overs that have been getting the better of Western. And then Lauren Hovey. What is there not to say about her? So good. Everybody. I'd have to go down the entire roster to describe everything that's been done well.
Starters back on the floor for the Falcons. Annalise Patchett, the lone inclusion for Western instead of Mary Claire Brusick. You know, we've seen this situation before, Chaz, and if you recall back to Ball State, you weren't there in Muncie with me, but I'm sure you kept track of the game as well, that Bowling Green had a tough-fought 5-set match against Ball State in the first and then came out and took 3 straight in the second. Looks like we're having a similar situation. Hernandez misreceived, and a miscue from Western Michigan gives BG the first point of the set.
And that a refreshing one to see from Sydney Hernandez. She had an ace and 2 errors yesterday, so not the best service day.
Although based on statistics, nobody had the greatest service day. Oh, true. Wow. Carly Piercefield touched that one as it was heading out. Not a lot of smiles on the Western Michigan bench.
No, and they were doing a line dance, I think, when it was 4-3 early in set number 1. So very big change of mood there.
Piercefield receives this one to Case. Case to Julia Marr, spins it right off the block and in for the first point for Western Michigan. We saw that a lot yesterday. It was one of my highlights of the game for Western, was especially Julia Marr, but their ability to spin it off the block, essentially, and especially in those first 2 sets, they did a good job of using the block to their utility. Received by Patchett to Case. Case quick over the middle to Brusick. Brusick throws it through the seam.
And that's one thing you can't count out about Western Michigan. They've been here before. This is a very experienced team. You look down their roster, you've got senior, fifth year, senior, grad student, just so much age on this team.
Case over the middle to Brusick. Brusick off the block again. 3 straight for Western Michigan. 3 points in a row. They've shown the strength that they had in the early sets yesterday, making some adjustments.
One thing Western does need to focus on is their power. This is a very strong team. They lead a lot of the MAC in those offensive stats, but they went away from it in that first set.
Back row for Bowling Green crashes a little bit too far. Can't receive off the block. So 4-2 early. Colleen Munson giving Adeline Simpkins the service target. It's Sydney Hernandez in zone 1. Otten dumps it over to Case. Case easy. Simpkins with the bump set to Julia Marr. Off the block. Andrews knocks it down. 4-3.
This is a pretty big mirror of what we saw in that first set, though. Western get an early lead, and the Falcons are just sticking around. That's going to be key for Bowling Green. Can you sprint to the finish? Can you hang with them till you get within that ability to go on a little bit of a run and close out the set?
Logan Case clapping at her team, trying to drive up intensity. Julia Marr keeps this one in. Missed reception from Carly Piercefield again, the defensive specialist. Now it's Otten across to Tyler. Tyler off the block and out of play, and it stemmed from that bad reception from Carly Piercefield. It's amazing, Chaz, how much first touches influence the entire game.
That's
your ability to just,
very true.
I mean, Logan Case, best setter in the MAC. If you get the ball to her, it's going to be a near perfect spot for your pin hitters, but getting the ball to her is key.
And that really starts with that back row. Can players like Simpkins step up?
Julia Marr sends it wide, and again a perfect set from Logan Case.
Yesterday, Andalyn Simpkins was a bright spot for the Broncos.
Adeline Patchett blocked at the net. Mia Tyler and Jessica Andrews, not the main blocking duo, but everybody can do it. Lauren Hovey got blocks yesterday. Mia Tyler got blocks yesterday. Matilla and Jessica Andrews, obviously. Amanda Otten has shown her blocking prowess. 6'3" setter. Kiana Salesman misreceives. 7 for BG, 4 for Western.
On today, leading the team so far in blocks. She's got 3.
We need to keep track of how many reception errors Western Michigan has had in this game so far, because Chaz, I believe it is, any error is way too many, but they've had an excess, a copious amount of errors. And Julia Marr sends this one wide again. 8-4. And Marr will be subbed out for Anna Calcagno.
I want to build on that a little bit, Ben, because you're 100% right. The Western yesterday, they looked a lot more poised than what we're seeing today. Just a couple sloppy errors. You're always going to get consistency out of Case, but it really stems from everybody around her.
And there we see it again as Alexis Mattil benefits off of the overpass from Western, sends it back over, forces Colleen Munson from Western to take a timeout. 9 for BG, 4 for Western Michigan. Second game of the MAC Championship rematch on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Hey everyone, Zach here. Thank you for listening to 88.1 WBGU FM. Additional information about the station can be found on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching at WBGU FM. There, you can stay up to date on the latest WBGU news or learn about any upcoming radio events in the community. Thank you. Here's Zach, signing off.
I'm Ryan O'Hara on the BG hockey team. I got 4 favorite restaurants here. My first one, Frickers, because of the frickin' chicken. My second one, Kermit's, because it's great breakfast food. My third one, The Row. It's great. It stays open late and has great food. And my fourth one is Juniper. It's great to go in the afternoon, and they have a really good name that too.
Western needs all the offense they can muster. BG takes a 5-point lead. It's 9-4. Logan Case, Adeline Simpkins, and 4 other pin hitters on the floor for Western. Most loaded offensive lineup that we've seen. Really stacking the infield on this one. Lindsay LaPinta has a lot of targets to serve from, or serve to, I should say. Simpkins standing in the middle, probably trying to avoid her. Calcagno keeps it up. Patchett up from Hovey. Touched by Western. Overset from Logan Case. Now Otten backsets to Alexis Mattil. Mattil on the slide, can't land it. Now Patchett gets another chance. Saved by Hovey, and it'll fall out of play. 9-5. Couple of very strong rips from Annalise Patchett. She exits the floor, but not before. She put some hummers there, especially toward Lauren Hovey.
Yeah, they picked on Hovey a little bit there. She did a majority of a good job digging a lot of that out, but just a little bit too strong on that last one.
Hernandez to Otten. Otten to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler's blocked down.
Tyler tried to arch that ball in between 2 separate Western Michigan defenders, but they got up on the block and just managed to smoke that one.
Regan Boyer. No aces, no errors yesterday. This one's in for the first ace. Chaz, I just need to stop talking. Caster Curse has just been eating my lunch. Had it a couple times yesterday. Had it a couple times today. I mean, I don't know what to do.
That was just a tough one there.
I got to make some adjustments going into our next little intermission.
Hannah Lauby checking into the game for the Orange and Brown.
Mia Tyler pushing it over. Overset. She tips it off the top of the tape. Case across, off the block. LaPinta now to Otten. Otten force set over the middle to Mattil. Case again the set. Simpkins with the bump set as the libero off the block. Great play from Anna Calcagno. Just pushed it off the side of the block and out of play. Beautiful vision from her.
Western Michigan shrinking that lead. Now only within 1 of the Falcons. That's what you need to do if you're Western. You can't let Bowling Green get on a run and let them mountain up points against you.
Overset from Belle Lauby was targeted off the service from Adeline Simpkins. Belle Lauby has not played since the series in Chicago against Brown and Ball. She played a lot. She had a lot of minutes played, or I guess she played sets. She played a lot of points, a lot of side outs. The score is now 9-9. Daniela Tomic will use a timeout. So Chaz, Western's done a good job of getting back into this. They've been a little bit more efficient. They've been a little bit more confident. Their intensity's up a little bit. What do you need Bowling Green to do coming out of this timeout taken by Daniela Tomic to kind of stifle that?
Well, Western Michigan up the offense. And what matches offense, defense? You need to have a little bit more off the block just because they did so well in the first set. You got to maintain that consistency here in the second set and don't let up. They've done a good job of getting up off the hardwood, a lot of very hard hitting attacks from Western, but you got to win the volleys. You got to win those long back and forths, and that's what Western have capitalized on in this middle point of the second set.
It might be a strategy as well, Chaz, just to avoid getting into those long rallies as well. For all the things that they've done very well, they have struggled off of long rallies. Western's taken a lot of them. They've just been able to get back into system in the transition a lot better. So making sure you take a point on the first couple of volleys might be the strategy Bowling Green's going for, but we will see. The serve will be Regan Boyer. 1 ace. Saw that a couple of points ago. And this one is another one.
And there's the line dance back for the Broncos on the ace. They got their swagger back.
They hit double digits, take a 1-point lead. Their first of the set. BG leads 1-0. Western Michigan Volleyball versus Bowling Green Volleyball. Otten across to Mia Tyler. Tyler off the block. Calcagno oversets. Alexis Mattil finds the floor. Perfect placement from her.
Mattil, the MAC leader in hitting percentage as a middle blocker. Something you don't always see. Just She is lethal in the offensive game if you get her going.
10-10. Otten serves Boyer. Boyer to Case. Case, perfect back set, ranging away. What a set from her. Joust at the net. Falls to the Falcons. Now Otten. The set across to Hovey. Hovey can't get a lot on it. Case just knocks it over because she had no good set. Now this one, a rip from Mia Tyler through the seam.
Tyler tucked that one in and said goodnight. That was just a great shot there by Tyler to sneak that one in on the backcourt.
Sticks on the board for BG, 10 on the board for Western Michigan. Otten over to Simpkins. Case, back set to Brusik. Brusik on the slide, throws it through the arms of Lindsay LaPinta.
Brusik with a laser to Lindsay LaPinta, and there was just no hope there. Would not want to be on the receiving end of that.
Alana Erickson back in the game for Western, serves Belle Lauby. Bump set from Amanda Otten. Mia Tyler perfectly placed, but Regan Boyer got down there. Kayana Salesman sends it long, no tip at the net. And the point will go to the Falcons.
This is going to be the key if you're the Falcons. Don't let up. You got the lead back from the Broncos. Don't drop it. Keep it in. Or keep it up as Avery Anders will check in.
Alana Erickson on the back row. Can't imagine Anders would be going to anyone else on this situation. And yes, she does. Right to Erickson, to Brusik. Brusik is kept up by Amanda Otten. Oh my gosh, what a play by Amanda Otten. Tips it into the tape, and it falls right on the white line.
Jaw dropping there by Amanda Otten, who just tries to dig that one up to keep it alive. It goes over the net and hits the tape on the floor. What a day Amanda Otten is having.
I'd like to think that she meant to do that, but based on the smiles from her and the rest of the team, maybe the volleyball gods are looking over the Falcons today. Oh my gosh, what a rip from Lauren Hovey. Generating her own luck, 14 for the Falcons, 11 for Western.
And Falcons just picking up where they left off yesterday, not letting up, staying as this hungry team, even though they're top of the bag.
Anders serves Erickson again. Case makes up for a 50% good bump. And Kayana Salesman for her third kill of the day. Not as effective as she was yesterday. Mary Claire Brusik, the middle blocker, has been. 5 kills for her on 13 attempts. Newblatt keeps it up. Anders makes an athletic play to get it over. Case across to Salesman. Salesman's blocked with the quick right hand. Now she tries it again. Tipped up by the Falcons. And blockers saved the play. Now Newblatt tries to tip it in. Brusik lays out. Blocking for the Falcons. Nobody touched it. And the point goes to BG. Candle Salesman just tried to push it in.
Salesman tried the savvy move there, trying to just catch a Falcon on the block, but was unable to weave it around.
Blocking has been the name of the game for the Falcons. Even on that one, just not blocking that was a clutch play. Anders keeps it up, goes over in play to Western. Case across to Salesman. Nobody there to receive the blocking tip from the Falcons. And Western will take a point back, 15-13.
We're seeing Western return a little bit more to their identity. They're getting cleaner first hits, getting the ball to Logan Case, and good setups from her. That's what you want to see if you're Western.
Logan Case to Anders. Anders sends it way into the student section. LaPinta makes a great play to get it over. Wow, that was almost a bump set from in Ziggyville. Salesman to LaPinta. LaPinta makes another good play to keep it up. Newblatt off of the net. Now Case, back to Salesman. Salesman just tips it over. Free play for the Falcons. Otten, back set to Hovey! Hovey with the line drive to the floor. 16 for BG, 13 for Western.
That's another example of just all-around effort. You have LaPinta going into Ziggyville, as you mentioned. Lauren Hovey with the lethal attack. Just everybody is firing.
Hovey again. 116 aces in her career, the rally scoring era record for career aces. She gets her 117th. History being witnessed in every game that we watch Lauren Hovey play. She is a junior, got another year, maybe another one. Don't know what eligibility she has left. Possibly 2 years from Lauren Hovey. I mean, that's just an amazing thought, Chaz.
I mean, what a weapon to have on your squad. So reliable.
Simpkins to Case to Patchett, but Patchett sends it just a little bit long. The freshman can't land it in the brown square in the Moe and John Stansbury court. It looks like the point went to Western, maybe off the block.
I think they
couldn't tell on that one.
I don't know.
Didn't really designate the call very well, just the scoreboard and the arm of the referee, or the official, I should say. Anders bumps that to Newblatt. Newblatt into the net, couldn't get it over. Tightening the game, 17-15. Again, BG football against Akron in Akron. Caden Knapp and Holden Ruck on the call on Falcon Radio. So 2 BG Sports going on our radio stations in Bowling Green, as an error goes to Western Michigan, 18-15 BG.
Falcons in Akron in the red zone, tied 10-10 against the Zips.
Huge game for Bowling Green football to win. The first MAC game of the season, coming off of a pretty bad Old Dominion loss.
You want to stop that skid as quick as you can.
As quick as possible. Technically 3 losses in a row for BG football, although Penn State, Texas A&M, very good games. Not the outcome that you would have desired, but somewhat of a moral victory. Case one-handed set across to Calcagno. What a play.
That was a very solid serve there by Belle Lauby. That one almost would have gone as an ace, but a great dig up there, and then Case with the lethal set.
Lauby stays in. She's targeted on the serve. Perfect to Otten. Otten throws it into the donut. Great play by Logan Case. She was placed perfectly for that one. Patchett to Tyler. Tyler keeps it up. Hovey, bump set. Back to Tyler. Tyler gets it through. Took a little bit off, but had perfect placement. 19-16.
Mia Tyler, the reigning athlete of the week for Bowling Green News. And you can see why she's continuing that streak. Just so good. So solid. She's leading the team with 7 kills right now, 20 total attempts.
LaPinta targets Piercefield. Piercefield just has to bump it over. Lauby to Otten. Otten to Mattil. Mattil receives it, puts it over, and BG is the first one to 20.
Patchett tried to salvage that one, but just really dumped it into the center of the net there.
Just a hit and hope. LaPinta again. 20 serving 16. LaPinta in the orange. Rest of the Falcons wearing white, blocked. Mattil and Amanda Otten force a timeout to be taken by Colleen Munson. Will take it with her. 21 for the Falcons, 16 for Western Michigan, nearing the end of the second set on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Falcon Women's Golf will be heading to Libertyville, Illinois on October 7th and 8th to tackle the Loyola Parkinson Invitational hosted by Loyola Chicago. Look to the Falcon Media Sports Network to find the recap of the tournament at bgfalconmedia.com.
What's going on, guys? I'm Darius Lorfields, junior safety here at BG. My Falcon 4 favorite things for homecoming, definitely seeing some of the alumni, the big crowd, hearing them roar. The Falcon Walk pregame, getting to see more people, and then just winning the game overall and celebrating after. Go Falcons.
BGSU up 21-16, chasing their second set win over Western Michigan. trying to put this game away in 3 in reciprocation of what they did against Ball State last weekend. Kind of feels like a month ago, honestly, but it wasn't that long that they went into Muncie, Indiana, had a 5-set hard-fought match, and then the next day really blew Ball State out of the water. Patch it again, received by LaPinta off of the block. Now Mia Tyler from behind the 3-meter line tops it a little bit too much. Gives the 17th point to Western Michigan, but some breathing room still for the Falcons.
Falcons within 4 of closing out the second set. This is just dominance from Bowling Green. Very similar to what you mentioned against Ball State, where they go to 5 in the first game, and then the second one just hop in the driver's seat and take off.
Lauby to Otten, Otten to Tyler, off the block, and drops it in perfectly. 22-17. No timeouts left for Western Michigan, so nothing more to talk about from them. 1 for the Falcons, but they're up 5, only 3 more till they put the set away. Can't imagine they'll have to use it. Otten to Boyer. Boyer back to Alexis Mattil on the overset and thrown down. Mattil up to 4 kills on the day, 12 attempts. 1/3 of her total attempts have resulted in kills. Impressive hitting percentage again for Alexis Mattil, who's one of the leaders.
Mattil sitting with a .420 hitting percentage in the MAC. That's nearly an entire percentage point higher than Abby Lee from Buffalo.
So I believe, Chaz, that Western Michigan challenging the call, saying that Alexis Mattil reached her hands over the net to throw that ball down on the dunk, but may have hit the net on the way over as well, in which case the point would go to Western Michigan and flip the score from being 23-17 now to 22-18.
That should be a pretty easy call if that's the case.
It is, because he's already at the scorer's table. Point will go to the Falcons. Unsuccessful challenge for Colleen Munson. Just gone bad to worse for Western Michigan. Had a little bit of a comeback mid-set. BG lengthened their lead again after the timeout by Daniela Tomic, and has just really offensively, defensively stumped Western. Regan Boyer, Logan Case, Mary Claire Brusick, and she gets credit for the kill off the block.
And there's so much talent on both sides of the ball for both squads, really, and you got to appreciate that. You've got Bowling Green and Western, both MAC tournament championship caliber teams. They both made it last year, and it's just very impressive volleyball to watch.
Bell Lauby into the net. Mattil keeps it up. Otten back set. Thought it was 4 touches there, but it looked like Boyer hit it on the way over. Block from Mia Tyler and Alexis Mattil. Mary Claire Brusick trying that slide again, but can't get it through for arms. Set point BG. Falcon fans on their feet, 24-18. Chasing the second set, Avery Anders. Freshman gets it over. Boyer overset. Newblatt saved by Simpkins to keep the play alive. Kayana Salesman blocked. Case gives it back to Salesman. Salesman is blocked again. Now Case back sets reverse flow to Brusick, and the Falcons can't keep it up. Clinical from Logan Case to put it to Kayana Salesman twice, and when she was rejected both times says, well, we'll just go the other way.
Falcons with 5 points to play with here.
Still set point. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey through the seam. 2 straight sets for the Falcons, 5 straight on the weekend. We'll head into break with BG leading 2-0 in sets after a 25-19 victory on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Zig Zone is the only radio show dedicated to all things BGSU athletics, and it hits the airwaves again this Sunday, October 6th at 4 p.m. Join myself, Holden Ruck, and a panel of Falcon Media Sports Network personalities as we discuss the hottest topics in Falcon athletics only on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU Women's Soccer takes on MacFo Northern Illinois on Saturday, October 5th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco on the call at 1 p.m. for kickoff on WBG PBS YouTube channel.
You're listening to 88.1 WBGU, where we're looking to make radio indie again. From blues and jazz to rock and metal, and even pop and folk, 88.1 WBGU FM features a variety of genres played by our diverse group of DJs. You can expect something different every time you tune in. 88.1 WBGU. Return to Radio Freedom.
Hi, this is Christine Lavin. Please listen to The Folk Show, hosted by my old friend David Sears, Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 and streaming at bgfalconmedia.com.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X. This season, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS. We will bring you broadcasts of home matches for BGSU men's and women's soccer featuring FMSN's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco. Head over to the WBGU PBS YouTube channel to listen in.
On October 4th, 2024, BGSU Volleyball opposite hitter Lauren Hovey recorded her 115th career service ace in BG's comeback reverse sweep of Western Michigan, passing Paige Penrod for the most in program history during the rally scoring era. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call of the historic moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And that will make history. Lauren Hovey's 115th ace in the rally scoring era is in the history books as the Stroh Center applauds.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call. You're listening to WBGU 88.1 FM.
I told the team they need to be more careful about our heart health because this is a cardiac team.
Your home for BGSU Volleyball.
2 sets for BG, none for WMU. Volleyball game between Bowling Green and Western Michigan, MAC championship rematch. Western is not back on the court. They were in the locker room talking things over. A lot to talk about if you're Western Michigan because they need 3 straight to get back into this, Jess.
That's right. Western Michigan would have to do what the Falcons did last night. They'd have to pull off a reverse sweep if they want to win this one. And nothing's impossible in this world. Most things are just improbable, as Bowling Green have looked near perfect through 2.
Ben Korak with Chaz McNeil from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter to read the postgame recap and all the other BGSU sports news and updates. Hopefully, the postgame recap has the phrase 3-0 sweep in it because the Falcons are poised perfectly for just that topic.
I will let you know about that, Ben. I will be the one writing that one.
Yes,
as
you
it
will.
Goes
I
out
forgot
on
about that.
bgfalconmedia.com.
Jessica Andrews spikes this one into the net. Sends the first point to Western Michigan. Just dominating performance from the Falcons this weekend. Losing the first 2 sets yesterday. Absolutely blowing up Western Michigan in the next 3, especially in the 5th set. That really wasn't close at the very end. As this is a rip from Mia Tyler. Logan Case centers it. Across to Julia Marr. Marr not off the block this time, but gets it through and is received. And a missed reception here from Carly Piercefield, who struggled on receptions today. That'll be a 1-1 tie game. But as I was saying, dropped the first 2, won the next 3. Now essentially dominated Western. And I mean, it really wasn't close in the last 2 sets.
No, the Falcons really had the Broncos' number at the end of that match.
Oh my gosh. Sydney Hernandez was just 6-packed. Ball to the face. 2 for Western, 1 for BG.
Got to be happy she smiled that one off.
I know.
That had to have hurt.
You know you're in pretty good shape score-wise when you're getting hit in the face with the ball and you're smiling afterward. Oh, and then she misreceives this one. Trying to keep the ball away from her face.
You'd like to delete the last minute of play if you're Sydney Hernandez.
See if they target her again. Adeline Simpkins targets Mia Tyler. Bump set from Otten to Hovey. Hovey up the seam, sends it long, almost into the cameraman. I'm sure that ball got real big real fast. 4 for Western, 1 for BG.
Hovey used to just ripping that ball. That time just rocketed it.
Tyler to Otten. Otten 4-set to Mattil. Mattil off of Simpkins, but it's saved. Free play for the Falcons. Otten set. Across to Mattil. Mattil off of Logan Case into their bench. Oh, what a play by Adeline Simpkins to get it over. Amanda Otten to Mia Tyler. Tyler can't put it away. Now Case across, and Western takes the point.
And you can't have that if you're Bowling Green. That was just a long back and forth as Coach Daniela Tomic opts to take a timeout there. You can't have that happen. You can't go back and forth, have great athletic plays, and not close out when you get 3 free play opportunities.
Daniela Tomic, obviously, by her facial expression and her action and taking an early timeout, not happy with the way they've started in this 3rd set. You know, Chaz, we talked yesterday about Bowling Green's ability to battle back in situations. We've seen it twice. We saw it against Ball State. We saw it against Toledo on this past Tuesday with you and I on the call alternating. But Western also has that capability. And if you're the Western faithful, you're thinking to yourself, well, there's a chance here. Bowling Green did it yesterday. Why not us?
Exactly. Especially, you've got Logan Case, reigning MAC Player of the Year. You've got Adeline Simpkins, the MAC Defensive Player of the Year last year. Just faces that have been there before. They know the adversity, and they know what it takes to be a good volleyball team. And sometimes that is having to come back from very steep deficits.
We saw Western play on their heels a little bit yesterday against Bowling Green and really could not shift their weight back forward. But now the Falcons could be in a similar situation where maybe they're getting a little bit content with their place. That's something they can't do. They have to keep the intensity up. Almost really try and pound the Broncos into the dust.
And I think that's almost exactly what Coach Tomic is saying in the huddle, but maybe just a bit louder than how we're doing it.
Maybe a little bit more passion behind her words to the team. Simpkins over. Hernandez. Bump set from Otten to Tyler. Tyler rips it through, and just on cue, Mia Tyler delivers. Double-digit kills for Mia Tyler, her 5th game in a row. 29 kill weekend already for Mia Tyler, not including a 17 kill performance against Toledo on Tuesday. Good dig from Simpkins. Case, an even better set. This one received by LaPinta. Otten to Hovey. Hovey off the block. Out of play. That's the intensity we wanted to see, Jez.
That's what I was just about to say. You took the words out of my mouth. It has been a little sluggish for the Falcons in this third set, but then you see there Lauren Hovey with a moonshot off of the block.
Logan Case across to Julia Marr. Marr can't find open space. Beautiful dig from Lindsay LaPinta. You should put a star next to that one on the scorecard and put a kill on the board for Mia Tyler.
Graceful dive there by LaPinta, who managed to pull that one up off the hardwood. Falcons now within one of tying the set.
Otten behind. Now over. Simpkins receives. Good from Logan Case on the bad reception. Otten set across to Mia Tyler. High pace for the Falcons, as this one is a slow shot but finds the floor. 5-5. BG ties it up with 4 straight points.
Western thought they had pulled that one up, but it was ruled that it did go down.
Just a little bit late to the party. Otten to Simpkins. To Case again. Case oversets and out of play.
Speaking of party, we might have to throw one for Amanda Otten, because what has she not done today? There's a service ace for her. Her first of the day.
And this one's an error as it goes into the net, so canceling out the ace. 6-6 is the score. Falcons and Broncos. Regan Boyer back to serve for Western Michigan.
You've got to commend both teams, though. They have cleaned up the service problem. Falcons have 4 service errors so far today. Broncos with 3 compared to the 14-9 of yesterday.
Hernandez to Otten. Otten to Mattil. Mattil is blocked. Now Otten way across to Mia Tyler. Tyler can't get the kill. Goes off of Lindsay LaPinta and to the back row where nobody stands.
That was just a full push by everybody there. Hernandez and LaPinta moved up into the 10-foot area where there was just nobody.
Regan Boyer targets LaPinta. Good placed shot. Mattil tries to drop it in. Case keeps it up, but that takes away her setting ability. LaPinta sends it into the side chairs here on the Moen John Stansbury court. Another athletic play, but can't keep the play alive. 8 for Western, 6 for BG. Three kills, no errors on 7 attempts for Western. They've cleaned up a little bit of their efficiency. Amanda Otten, now this one she rips through off of Regan Boyer.
Regan Boyer getting eaten up by Lauren Hovey on that kill right there.
Western's one of the worst blocking teams in the MAC. They got stumped by it yesterday. They went up for blocks, had a little bit of success, and then Bowling Green found a way to get around it. And Western just hasn't gone back to the blocking prowess today. The slide from Brusick won't land. Now it's Hovey's turn. Hovey is off the block. Otten back to Hovey, miscommunication. She sets it way across to Jordan Newblatt. Newblatt is kept up by Julia Marr. Now another slide from Brusick. Case reverses flow. Back to Marr, now on the near side of the court. Otten reverses flow herself to Hovey, off the block and out of play. Great play by Hovey to just rip it through the hands. 8-8.
Hovey there just took over that set. Or that point, excuse me.
Snowmen on the board. Avery Anders serving. Doesn't get an ace because Julia Marr touched the second one, but very close, and they take the point anyway. Anders again. So they will credit Avery Anders for a service ace on the last one, so she did get an ace. Case, cross to Marr. Marr received by LaPinta, perfectly placed. Back to Newblatt. Newblatt, perfect! Great play from Jordan Newblatt. 2-point lead for the Falcons.
This makes you think, was Newblatt the missing piece yesterday for Bowling Green? She didn't get that much action, but if she had, would she have been as efficient as today. Newblatt has put her stamp on this game with 5 kills.
Brusik on the slide. Falcons knock it back over. Brusik again on the slide. Falcons can't keep it up. Hovey and Otten both chasing it, but a little bit too hot and a little bit too far wide. 10-9. BG's the first one to double digits. Hovey, Matilde, Newblatt, Otten, Avery Anders, Sydney Hernandez. Alana Erickson targets Avery Anders, the freshman. To the 5th year, Alexis Matilde across to Newblatt. The transfer 5th year throws it down. Cross-court attack from Jordan Newblatt. You know, that's just a switch up of a look. Stayed on the line on one hit, and on the other one goes cross. Such great variability.
Newblatt has been a surgeon over the last couple of points.
Lana Erickson misreceives. And off of a great serve from Alexis Matilde, she achieves her first ace of the game.
Out of the 8 aces from the Falcons, 6 of those come from different members of the orange and brown.
Oh, what a play by Hovey to keep it alive. Jordan Newblatt throws it over. Kiana Salesman tries to put it away, and she can do it. But that doesn't diminish the amazing layout play by Lauren Hovey.
Hovey has had that right side on lock so far. She can do it all. She's had great attacks, managed to dig out some clutch plays.
Newblatt bump across to LaPinta. LaPinta the set from way downtown and behind the 3-meter line. But Newblatt can't land the shot, so it limits the lead to 1, 12-11. BG leads 2-0, so a little bit of breathing room. But if you're the Falcons, you don't want to use any of your sets to give.
No, you want to completely step on the gas here if you're the orange and brown, just because you saw what can be done in 5 sets. You've seen it in back-to-back games. Western Michigan have the ability to come back. You just want to squash it as soon as possible.
Here's the energy bringer right here, Lauren Hovey. Simpkins to Case. Case just flips it over behind her back. Otten to Newblatt. Newblatt off the block. Simpkins keeps it up. Now Case again to Kiana Salesman. One-handed by Lauren Hovey to keep it up. Bump set across to Newblatt, just a little bit too far. Logan Case grabs it at the net. Over to Salesman. Salesman to Hovey. Hovey just knocks it over. Free play. Salesman for her 3rd try is received by LaPinta. To Otten. Otten to Newblatt. Simpkins. Everybody getting involved. Logan Case back across to Salesman. Salesman pushes it into the blockers and finally ends the play. And even still, BG didn't take the point, but Daniela Tomic clapping up her team, especially Lindsay LaPinta, for continuing that play.
Hovey again with a very good dig there with the one arm.
Logan Case, her serve is not long but wide, targeting Avery Anders on the far side of the court in the Stroh Center, Bowling Green, Ohio. I'm Ben Korak with Chaz McNeil from the Falcon Media Sports Network.
And you don't see that a whole lot, a serve go wide instead of long.
No, you really don't. A lot of long we've seen, almost all long. It might be the first wide service we've seen. Blocked by Jessica Andrews. Western keeps it up. Kiana Salesman off the block again. Hovey keeps it up. Otten through the middle. 5 kills for Amanda Otten on 8 attempts. Only 27 assists, but affecting the games in so many different ways.
That dunk has been lethal for Amanda Otten.
Case across. Hernandez can't handle it. Powerful right hand from Anna Calcagno. Chaz, real question. No bias at all. Who has been a better setter in this series? Because Logan Case has the prestige behind her. 5th year, setter of the year 2 times, All-MAC first team 4 times entering this season. But Amanda Otten has just been amazing.
I think through the entirety of the series, it has to go to Case, but today Otten has been lights out.
We harp on it so much. The versatility from Amanda Otten is just, as a setter, you don't see that. The ability to put sets on a dime, but also achieve the possibility for double-digit kills. Over the middle, it's thrown down by Amanda Glanton.
And we mentioned this on the first episode of The Swoop on bgfalconmedia.com. You have to check that out. Both Ben and I were on there. I hosted, Ben co-hosted. And Amanda Otten was my pick for Athlete of the Week this week, and she's been making a very solid case here today.
Lauren Hovey from deep puts it into the net. So 16 for BG, 15 for Western Michigan. Coach Tomich telling Lauren Hovey to get in a little bit of a better position. She was pretty far down there, so the set from Amanda Otten. Now an overpass blocked by Amanda Otten. Gets the play back to the Falcons. Bump set now, another deep try. Mia Tyler is kept up. Logan Case blocked by Alexis Mattil. Oh, what a play. 17-15.
That one looked like it was going to go long, but Carly Piercefield pulled it out. And if she had opted to just kind of walk away from it, that might have been an error.
Normally, Jessica Andrews is the leading blocker for the Falcons, but today, 3 total blocks for Alexis Mattil. That's a team leading, actually leads both teams for blocking assists, counting as half a block apiece, and 1 solo block. So 17-16. Sydney Hernandez, bump set from Amanda Otten off of a poor first touch. Now Case is back to Brusick, and they make up for it. Mia Tyler and Alexis Mattil, 18-16.
We've talked about the Swiss Army knife type play of Amanda Otten, but Mia Tyler also managing to do it all. She's got 12 kills, but she's also got 3 total blocks.
Simpkins to Case. Case across to Julia Marr. Marr has to rip it off the block, but Falcons keep it up. Perfect from Anders to Newblatt. Newblatt is received by Simpkins. Now Case across to Marr. Marr with wide open space, and she finds it. Right down the line from Julia Marr.
Western doing a great job of just sticking around the Falcons. One thing that has been big for Bowling Green in yesterday's match and in today's is once they got that lead, they managed to pull away and stretch it. Right now, Western not letting them do that.
Alana Erickson back in the game. Otten to Newblatt. Newblatt, is it in? No, it's just wide. Good play from Newblatt. Nothing to shake your head at on that. 18-18. Looks like a snowman next to a tree. I like that snowman reference.
Love the descriptive imagery right now, Ben.
Avery Anders to Otten. Otten to Hovey. Hovey leaves the free play. Case to Salesman. Off the antenna. That'll be a point to BG.
Ben, I got to say, I'm bummed. That ball off of the antenna nearly bounced towards the scores table. Thought I was going to get my first play of the game.
I have 3 on the weekend. I have 3.
I don't want to talk about it.
3 digs for Ben Korak, none for Chaz McNeil. Not making a good case for him to get back into the game. Not a starting libero as I am myself. 19-19, BG and Western Michigan. BG trying to put it away, sweep. The Broncos in 3 after a reverse sweep yesterday. Otten, the middle to Andrews. Andrews, oh wow, what a hit from Kayana Salesman.
Andrews
takes the first lead for Western.
On a hook shot, sorry to cut you off there. That was just a gnarly send back by Andrews.
Otten, the set, reaching over. Amanda Glanton got a little bit too eager to win the joust at the net. Reached over too far, 20-20. First 1-5 as of right now, win by 2.
Brad Woznicki for ESPN got a dig there. So close.
Brandon did not get one yesterday on the ESPN call, so Ben is the leader on the weekend. Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Sign me if you must. Jessica Andrews over the middle. Simpkins to Case. Case across to Kayana. Salesman blocked by the Falcons. Now they get a second try. Hovey, great play just to keep it alive. Goes back to Western. Blocked by the Falcons, but out of play. Amanda Otten spun, thought she had it, but she dropped it on the orange of the Moe and John Stansbury court. Beautiful court, Chaz.
It's a very beautiful court, even better for performance as it keeps the athletes in tip-top shape.
Our guy, Andrew Smith, who had the call yesterday, is a volleyball player, says he loves it, feels like he jumps higher on it. Don't know if that's true, but it's all about a feeling. Jordan Newblatt throws this one off the block to the side, 21-21.
Be interesting to see what happens here timeout-wise. Western still have both of theirs. Bowling Green just with one.
Colleen Munson is not happy on the sideline. Very stern face. Not a lot of applauding her team, more so correcting her team. Alana Erickson fixed her reception errors. Now this one's kept up by Otten. Hovey set across. Mia Tyler. Tyler's in! Hovey to Tyler. An offensive duo. 22-21.
Sydney Hernandez will now serve for the orange and brown. She doesn't have an error, and she's got 2 aces. This could be huge.
Logan Case blocked by the Falcons. Jessica Andrews and Amanda Otten force Colleen Munson to take her first timeout of the set. 23 for the Falcons, 21 for Western. Ches. Absolutely amazing stuff that we're seeing from the Falcons. Took their foot off the gas just a little bit, but they're climbing right back into it.
And that's what they've done all weekend. There were moments, we've talked about how even in the 4th and 5th set, Bowling Green really took over, and that is the case, but Western had a couple runs in those sets. They still had the opportunity to take over the game, and right there, right now, Western had tried to do that, but Bowling Green got right back in the driver's seat, put the pedal to the metal, and now they are within 2 of a weekend sweep of their MAC tournament champion enemies.
Best set of the day for Western Michigan. 11 kills, 4 errors, 36 total attempts, a 194 hitting percentage. Yes, that is their best set hitting percentage of the day, 194, sub 200. Falcons sitting at 216, 14 kills on 37 total attempts, but their hitting percentage on the day is 269 to Western's 140, so just objectively more efficient. And then what I think is the most important aspect of the Falcons and the most important detriment of Western Michigan is the total blocks. 10 on the day for the Falcons, 5 on the day for Western. I mean, that's such a strong disparity in points, and it just shows the strength that Bowling Green has at the net. Sydney Hernandez, 23, serving 21. Case set across a little bit deep to Salesman, but Salesman capitalizes on it. She gets it into the arms of Otten and Andrews, and it falls on their side of the court. So it's a 1-point game.
Carly Piercefield to serve. She does not have an ace. She has 1 error today.
She didn't have either of them yesterday. So here she goes. Sydney Hernandez to Otten. Otten to Mia Tyler. Tyler off the block. Is it playable? No, it's not. Logan Case dives into the bench. Chaz, we're here. Set point, BG over Western Michigan. They lead by 2. They need 1 of the next 3 to complete a sweep of Western Michigan. It's in the hands of Lindsay LaPinta. Simpkins to Case. Case to Julia Marr, blocked by the Falcons. Simpkins keeps it up. Case again, she reverses it. LaPinta receives, but it goes far out of play. If BG wants to take the set in 25, they have no more points to give. Simpkins will serve. To Mia Tyler. To Otten. Otten back to Mia Tyler. Off the block. Spins out of play. BG sweeps Western Michigan on the weekend and on the second game. MAC championship rematch won by the Falcons. They advanced to 5-0 in the MAC. Outstanding performance by the Orange and Brown.
That was just beautiful there from Mia Tyler. So much power off the block. Just great performance overall by the Orange and Brown. And you have to be so excited for the upcoming games that the Falcons play.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Alex Del Piombo, assistant coach for Bowling Green, on the call answering a few questions from us. And then Chaz McNeil and I will bring you a short post-game and say goodbye on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. But for right now, BG sweeps 3-0 over Western Michigan on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Kate Eigner. I'm number 17 on the women's volleyball team, and my Falcon 4 bucket list places are probably anywhere in British Columbia, Canada, Vail, Colorado in the wintertime, Portofino, and Stockholm, Sweden.
WBGU 88.1 FM presents Jazz Unlimited. Hello, I'm Mark Zaborny, host of Jazz Unlimited. Join me for a live edition of the program starting at 9 on Wednesday mornings with additional broadcasts on Thursday and Friday. I'll share a mix of jazz compositions from over the years on Northwest Ohio's community radio station and streaming at bgfalconmedia.com.
This season, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS. We will bring you broadcasts of home matches for BGSU men's and women's soccer featuring FMSN's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco. Head over to the WBGU PBS YouTube channel to listen in.
Back here in the Stroh Center, Bowling Green, Ohio. Bowling Green took 3-0 against Western Michigan. We have Alex Del Piombo on the call with us right now. So, Coach, what are your thoughts on the weekend? I know it was fantastic for us to watch. It was fun to call, but you sitting on the bench, you had the best view, one of the best weekends this year.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun weekend. It's been a fun week. I mean, last weekend we played 5 sets, then 3, played a 5-setter on Tuesday, 5 sets last night. So I think that today showed kind of like the grit and heart of our team of they were able to push through. Nobody said they were tired. Everyone said they were ready. And I know that maybe their legs might have been a little light, but it was a mentality of like, we're going to go get this done. And it's fun to coach when that's the team mentality.
Offense really came alive, especially in these last 2 games. Mia Tyler and Lauren Hovey, especially Lauren Hovey got her 1,000th kill of her career on the last kill. What has spurred this dominating offense from you guys?
Yeah, I think that what's a big change for us is we're playing better in transition. We're creating more opportunities for those attacks. We're blocking better. We're getting better touches, good digs, and it gives them a chance to shine. Amanda's doing a really good job running the offense, putting our hitters in a position that they can swing. And then we're also having our hitters back. We're covering a lot better, so it kind of encourages them to go for it more. And we're seeing the fruits of all those little, we say there's no such thing as little things, and all those little things are adding up.
Yeah, this is 2 straight weeks that you've had a 5-set match followed by a 3-set match. You guys have won pretty sizably against Ball State and now against Western Michigan, and then the Toledo game as well. The exact same outcome as yesterday. So how is this happening? How are you guys able to stay so deep into games and then come back the next day so strong?
Yeah, I think that our team is taking a little too long to adjust to the other team. The tempo, the block, what they're running, and then once we figure it out, we know we can take over. And we talked a lot about we need to be more prepared for that first set, that first 5 points, and we're going to work on that next week. But I think that our team does a good job of getting better throughout the match. So when we're playing an opponent back-to-back, and we know them, you can see the information they're giving with each other, and I feel like we're adjusting as it goes. We just got to be a little bit better from the get-go.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan next weekend. Coach, good luck. Hopefully we have the same outcome, and hopefully we're 7-0 in the coming week. We'll be here with you. We'll bring you back for a post-game in a few minutes. WBGU 88.1 FM.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey there, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
BGSU with arguably their best weekend of the season against arguably one of the best teams in the MAC, probably the best team in the MAC. Besides Bowling Green, because they are 5-0. The final set, 25-23, domination from the Falcons, even in that fifth set, 3-0. Chaz McNeil on the call with myself, Ben Korak. We had so many offensive performances today, so many great performances today. I think I know who you're going to go with, but who's your player of the game, Chaz?
I mean, it goes without saying, but I've got the biggest smile on my face because very rarely am I right with things like this. But Amanda Otten had such a good game all around, 6 kills on 9 attempts. She hit 31 assists. She had 1 service ace, and she tied the team with 5 block assists. She finished 1 short of being best on the team in total blocks. She had 5. Just an overall game breaker today by Amanda Otten.
No double-double for Amanda Otten, but nevertheless, again, those 6 kills, 31 assists speak for themselves. And one to mention as well, Mia Tyler, 15 kills on 34 attempts, 294 batting average for her. 7 receptions, no errors, a couple of blocks, 17 points. The best of the Falcons today. Continues her hot streak. She had 19 yesterday, 15 today. Don't know what the math is. Let's do it in my head real quick. That's, 34 kills on the weekend, adding to her 45 last weekend against Ball State and against Toledo as well on Tuesday. So Mia Tyler has truly come alive for the Falcons. And then again, I mentioned it all weekend. I try not to, but it's my favorite aspect of the game is the blocking. 10 team blocks for the Falcons, only 5 for Western Michigan, the highest blocking team in the MAC versus the worst blocking team in the MAC. So I think that was definitely a game changer for the Falcons as well, Chaz.
That's 100% right. And especially with how they were able to spread the block. Alexis Mattil and Jessica Andrews, they finished with 9 total blocks between them, and you expect that. They're your middle blockers. They're your big bodies. But besides that, you have Mia Tyler had 2 blocks. Amanda Otten, as mentioned before, she had 5. Lauren Hovey had 1. And Lauren Hovey had herself a day, got her 1,000th career point in her career, which is unreal. Just so much to be happy about in this sweep of the Western Michigan Broncos.
BG wins 3-0 in this game, had a reverse sweep yesterday, but they took 6 sets in a row when it mattered, beat Western Michigan twice, as they weren't able to do in the MAC championship last year. Hopefully this is a precursor of what they're going to do later in the season come November. We are looking at the monitor, the big screen here in the Stroh Center, and we see BGSU football. They're around the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. So if you're listening to this, I urge you to go to bgfalconmedia.com and tune in to Falcon Radio, where Caden Knapp and Holden Ruck are on the call from Akron. BG against Akron. It's a huge series for them. First MAC series of the year for BGSU football. So definitely tune into that with Caden and Holden for that, what should be an outstanding game and hopefully a Bowling Green win. It was a great weekend, a satisfying outcome for BGVB. They move to 5-0 in the MAC. And 10 wins overall for the Falcons. Final score 3-0 in this game and a 2-game sweep on the weekend. For the post-game recap from Chaz McNeil and for all other BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. So be on the lookout for Chaz's post-game recap coming later today. We will be in the Stroh Center again next week when BG Volleyball plays a 2-game series Thursday and Friday set against Eastern and Central Michigan. The Falcon Media Sports Network will continue to bring you calls from all BG Volleyball games on this station, so be sure to tune in at 6 p.m. on October 10th and 11th for Eastern and Central Michigan. Special thanks to Tyler Kavlitz, our organization's production director, for sitting in the booth and bringing this game from us to y'all. Tyler in the booth, Chaz McNeil, myself, Ben Korak, saying good night, and Isaac Zumba on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU Volleyball.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to bgfalconmedia.com.